Hi, here we are in early March and we're in a polytunnel because it's been absolutely freezing and windy outside for March, typical March weather. So we're going to be doing broad beans. Now, I know nothing about this either, so you better take it away and show us all how it's done.
Now, we can sow them, you can sow them directly outdoors in March because we're going to be putting these on the allotment and we're not there every day to look after them. It's easier to rear them in pots like this and then plant them out when they're about so high.
Okay.
5 inches high.
So these could go outside
They could go
directly?
straight outdoors in March, or there is a variety. You can sow them in November to overwinter, but the chances of them actually coming up, it's easier to do them now.
And can I just ask you, Susan, putting them directly into the ground now, would they require maintenance if you were to do that?
Well, the ground is still very wet and cold, so it's going to be easier to bring them on like this.
Okay.
It's not so much maintenance, you'd have to keep it weed free and watch out for them coming up.
Oh yes, so they just need that.
So it's just easier to look after them like this and put them out when they're reasonably established. So in they go, about 2 inches deep.
Now these are going into a compost that you've actually... How did you moisten the compost?
I took water into the top of the bag and stirred it around with my hand till I got it to that sort of consistency.
Okay, and then you put that into...
It doesn't actually... You know, you can't squeeze water out of it or anything, but it's just sufficiently moist that it's wet through.
And you put it in like that into the pot. Perfect.
So the beans go in, and they're going to go in. I'll top them up now.
Now hold on a minute. Now, what way do I do this bean?
I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot, but I put them in on edge like that.
Okay, so if I was putting them in and I did it the other way, it wouldn't grow down the wrong way?
No. Okay. It will do its thing, okay?
Yeah.
So that means I'll top these up.
Now I wonder, out of each bean, what sort of growth would you get?
Right, this is Boneyard's exhibition, and it'll tell me how tall it grows. They will grow about, it's not going to tell me, but the chances are you're looking at something about the height of the table here.
Of the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, we'd show planting them out, but you plant them out in a sort of double row, staggered double row, about 9 inches apart in the rows of it. Okay. And then, if for this height, you probably need to put canes and a string just to stop them falling over. Right,
okay, but you'd get quite an amount of food
you get a huge
out
amount of beans out of them, yeah.
Now, not being a brilliant cook or a brilliant gardener, I'm actually wondering, what can I do? Do go on to gardenville.tv recipe section, because we're going to have fantastic recipes, and we have already on the site super recipes for anything that we grow that we can eat. And I've been told by some friends of Caroline that putting a little bit of lemon juice and salt and butter with broad beans can be absolutely delicious. And all I'm thinking of, my poor children, no wonder they hated anything I cooked, because they just got it plain from the pot. So do go on to our recipe section and see. And if you have a recipe, we would love you to send it in to us and we can load it up onto our site. Something that's really nice with broad beans. So here we are, we've covered them up, Susan.
Cover them up, they're about sort of 1.5 to 2 inches deep down there.
Okay, so we just literally do it with the finger.
Yeah, literally
cover it up.
Cover it up. I'll water these, and then they'll be, well, these I'll you know those little sort of cupboardy greenhouse things?
Yeah.
They're very useful for rearing just trays of seeds, because by the time they've outgrown the greenhouse, they're ready to go out anyway.
And we do have something like that. If people check on our site, there are sort of equipment like that that you can find, where you can have a pot and you can cover it over. We do have a lot of those sort of ideas for you on garden.
And if you're growing in an allotment and you're only living in a small space, and you may be living in an apartment going out to the allotment, you can have one of these on your balcony and rear your vegetable seeds and things there, and bring them all ready to go out.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Now, of course, we will be direct sowing a lot of things as well.
Wouldn't it be so nice on the balcony to be...
Well, it's easy. You're there, you can water them and everything, and look after them.
And it's only literally out the door.
Yeah, and when they're big enough to go out, then they can look after themselves a bit better.
Fantastic.
So we'll water those.
And we'll have another clip then on when we get to stage 2 of it, yeah? Great.